This is the perfect time of year to curl up and enjoy the animated Netflix series, Hilda. I just started watching and I'm loving the show, the cute characters, limited color palette, cozy artwork, smooth animation, great storytelling. Not sure how there's not more hype. I will admit, it's a little kiddie, but sometimes you need a show where you can just enjoy the pretty colors. And honestly, there have been episodes that have made me gasp and cry. If you know, you know. Due to the iconic art style, I figured it would be a good study to try to replicate it using my city. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I found a picture of the Be Someone Bridge, which is basically a Houston landmark at this point. Because downtown is in the background, I thought this was a great reference. I started with the background line art and I think it translated pretty well. One key element when replicating the Hilda art style is using a textured brush. This is just one of many elements used to create the cozy atmosphere of the show. I did my best to pull colors used from the show myself. The library was a great reference, and there are some palettes available on low spec linked below. I wanted the main focus to be on the train and Be Someone Bridge. The bridge is perfect for bringing focus to the iconic Hilda blue that contrasts the entire color palette used in the show. I always start out all my art by color blocking everything, making sure the colors flow together appropriately. You'll see me reference the screenshot a lot, and that's because I'm trying to retain some of the original colors with a limited color palette. Some colors I had to change in order to keep a bit of contrast between the buildings and keep the overall view bright and happy, similar to what's done in Hilda's cityscapes. By the way, if you're like me and interested in learning more about the use of line art and colors, I'd highly recommend checking out Daniel Ang Art's video titled Hilda's Brilliant Use of Color linked below. They have a very detailed summary of how Hilda uses color with a day and nighttime palette. I actually got the idea to study my city and Hilda's style from them, so check them out if you'd like to learn more. I used the eraser tool to break up some of the line work. This is another technique that enhances the softness conveyed in the show. Breaking up line work is useful for providing readability to the background artwork and also helps bring focus to the main subjects used. The main subjects never have broken line art unless it's to show texture. I had a hard time finding short, simple brushstrokes to give the buildings their specific characteristics. I actually had to pause and reference the show to see what techniques they used. This helped so much, and I think I captured the buildings softly and accurately. Coloring with no line art had a lot of use, and I think I did okay with the red building as well. What do you think? I decided to use a pale yellow color for the sky because, honestly, sometimes it really does look like that outside. But also, I figured it was a simple color to use to set the overall tone of the scene, kind of give it some cozy fall vibes. And the final color block is the Be Someone paint. No need to line this. I think no lines help relay the message that this is painted onto the bridge itself. I want to note that I also used some texture on the train and bridge to show the age and wear. Who would have thought that just a few short, simple brush strokes would show this effectively? I wanted to add a soft glow from the sunshine. Hilda often uses a soft glow effect from lighting that only enhances the overall cozy factor. I also only use the glow on the background art. This creates further distinction of the background art from the bridge and train. I just used a color dodge setting and reduced the opacity of the layer, and I really loved how it came out. Lastly, I'm adding some final details like the Lone Star and additional paint on the train. I added Hilda's name to look like it was spray painted on because why not? I'm combining two worlds already. And here's the transition between the two. I absolutely love how this came out. It's so interesting seeing my city in this type of setting and color palette. It actually makes Houston look cozy. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope to do similar style studies like this in the future. I learned a lot. So that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!